Y'all, it's super sucky Saturday. And it's also Catterday. May have a cat video for y'all later. If I remember to upload it, that is. I knew my calendar was going to start falling over because of the back of the thing being cardboard. So, today's emphasis is on Popeye the Sailor Man Day. I am what I am. Now, I was not a huge fan of Popeye. I did see the one with Robin Williams, and he did a really good job with it, but it still is just not my cup of tea. Popeye's iconic catchphrase is, "I'm strong enough to finish because I eats me spinach." Popeye's longtime girlfriend, Olive Oyl, who always needs rescuing, or is Olive Oyl. Bluto is his main nemesis who constantly tries to steal her. Spinach gives him superhuman strength when he eats it. Now, for anyone who likes spinach, how do you like your spinach? I like it both. I like it raw in a salad or cooked, but if I'm going to cook it, I will not buy frozen anymore. And people buy frozen still all the time. And remember, it used to come in that little, like, block that looked like a box. That's how we used to get it. But ever since I started cooking it from fresh, screw that. I don't want to do that anymore. Not buying frozen anymore. I will do it fresh. It's a little bit more of a pain, a little bit more work, but tastes a lot better. And his iconic appearance includes bulging forearms, wide eyes, and a sailor hat. I think the sailor hat. Oh, and speaking of sailor kind of stuff. So, for anyone who's a fan of the older Disney movies, when was the last time you watched The Rescuers? I started paying attention to some little details, background details. Now, we all know one of the greatest things about older Disney movies, and actually older movies, animated movies in general, not just Disney, is the backgrounds were actually painted. And in some scenes you can, or some of those you can actually see the texture of the canvas, which kind of makes it cool because it's different. But I noticed one silly little thing kind of towards the end of The Rescuers as I've been watching it. Well, I finished it last night, so I'm sure Disney's gonna, because I started with the Great Mouse Detective, which is one of those ones that I only seen like once before. And then, of course, I knew it was going to redirect me to The Rescuers because it's sort of similar. One of those little things that I noticed towards the end, when it shows Penny's room on Devil's Bayou in the boat, the headboard of her bed is a pirate ship wheel. And I was thinking to myself, damn, that would make a badass headboard if you could get like a legit one. Or even just get one custom made. I would freaking love that. That would be amazing for like a kind of boat sort of theme, or even if you're doing like a pirate theme in your bedroom, that would make the perfect headboard for the bed. And I mean, the bed could literally be shaped as a boat. It would totally 100% work. Painted black like the Black Pearl. We just need black sails. I would love a bed like that. Would I rather have that bed, or would I rather have a custom-made, adult-sized Lightning McQueen? That's a tough one. 'Cause Lightning McQueen, she could literally be shaped as a boat. It would totally 100% work. Painted black like the Black Pearl. We just need black sails. I would love a bed like that. Would I rather have that bed, or would I rather have a custom made adult sized Lightning McQueen? That's a tough one. I would probably pick the Black Pearl, but custom made full size adult bed of Lightning McQueen would be pretty badass though too. For if you kids or when you were kids had one of those car beds back in the day. And like you can look online, but all the Lightning McQueen ones are fucking toddler size. This is like, come on, man. You gotta make at least a twin size. I think there is a twin size, but it's just like, ugh. I guess if it's for one person, whoop-de-doo. Imagine a queen size Lightning McQueen, because queen is in his name. Why not just make it queen size, make it fit? No, I think I'd rather have the Black Pearl, just because. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, another thing I forgot to mention yesterday in the vlog. I bought another, because the power strip that I had down here, back where my Star Wars stuff is, I had ended up putting in Munchkin's room for when I redid it the other day. And I was like, screw it, I'm not really using it. I'll just put it in her room, and then I can buy myself another one. So yesterday I bought myself another one. And I bought a strip of the, the LED light strip that you can cut and customize. And I'm like, why are the cords for these damn things never long enough? Because the sucky part is where I have the hand puppet TV thing is, it's across from where the fucking plug is. This house has plugs in places that, yeah, it's convenient, but there should be plugs in these other places, which would make things a lot easier for me to hook up, instead of having to stretch the cord fucking across the floor. But obviously I'm not going to pay money to get that done, because I don't know how much that would cost, and especially nowadays with greedy bastards not lowering prices on things, yeah, we'll just deal with it. And then I'll just unplug it when I'm not using it and keep it separated so nobody trips over or whatever. But yeah, I want to put that LED light strip in the TV thing instead of having that wired thing, because that wired thing I can use for something else. In fact, I have an idea for another use for it. And then at least the LED strip I can change the color on, because it has one of those remotes. And that way, if I wanted to make... And I also need to find a way to get the polyfill cotton to stick to the inside of it better. And I'm thinking the best way to do it without like super gluing it in, just use some rubber cement. Because it really doesn't need to be... I don't want it permanent. I want it able to where, like, if I want to remove that from the walls and the ceiling, then I can easily just peel it off. And rubber cement's probably the easiest way to do that. But just stick enough so it's not falling all over the place when I'm trying to use it. I'm gonna find my thing of rubber cement. I know I had like a small bottle of it, and I could have sworn I bought a bigger bottle, but I don't know where it is. If not, I'll just buy another one, because I don't think it's that expensive. Shit's been around for a fucking long ass time. And it is sad because nobody's watching those dad jokes, and I have another one recorded, and it's got a product in it, and no, I'm not a sponsor, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I put not a sponsor of this product. It just fit the joke. Speaking of which, I need to highlight the one that I already did. Because, yeah, I've been highlighting them in the book as I do them. so that I'm not repeating. Anyway, that is it for this morning's long vlog. It is, as I said, Super Sucky Saturday. Time for a sucky day of work. Maybe we'll get a Karen, who knows. And then I can put on the Karen cosplay and talk shit later. But until then, you still get a, you might be a Karen if, at some point today, or have already got, well, by the time I upload this, probably have already gotten it. Hopefully we get a juicy one, because all the ones that are COVID related, I'm just chucking those. I ain't doing those, because that's, I mean, yes, COVID's still a thing, but those are just kind of irrelevant right now. Especially the you might be a Karen if somebody sneezes and you call out COVID on it. It's like, that was the one that pissed me off the most. Like, bruh, just because COVID is the big hullabaloo at that time doesn't mean people still don't have allergies and all the other random shit going around. It's intermingled with every fucking thing else. So yeah. See y'all on the flip side. Alrighty, heading home vlog. There's a lot of seagulls flying around our parking lot right now. Oh yeah, that brings up a random question. Have any of y'all ever been pooped on by a seagull? I haven't, thankfully. I'm surprised I haven't, considering how many are in this parking lot and the other Walmart's parking lot sometimes. When I was growing up, my next door neighbor always got to go to the beach during the summer. I only got to go with him like once, I think it was. And, but one of the times that, you know, she got to go without me. And of course she told me when she got back that a seagull pooped in her hair, and it took several washes to get it out because it was all sticky and gross because of the crap that people feed them. And I'm just like, ooh. I'm like, I think next time you might want to wear a hat. And she's like, yeah, I'm considering that. Like, wear a sun hat or something. I'd rather it poop on a hat than in my hair and then have to wash it that much just to try to get the sticky seagull shit out. That's just absolutely disgusting. Or even any bird, really. Have any of y'all ever had a bird poop in your hair and then, like, it was annoying to wash it out? Just curious. Because it's like, I know there's gotta be more than just her going through that, but now I'm kind of curious if anybody's ever, or have you known anybody that's had that happen? So, I guess you could say today was a typical Saturday at work. Kind of busy. I mean, considering, like, the entire work week was on the slower side, we did get hammered a bit. And then taking him home on lunch, obviously. Now, obviously, that's not always going to happen, but when it does, then obviously I will do these drive home vlogs. Because it's a lot easier when the day is fresh in the head. But when I took him home, it was snowing. And we were not expecting to... Now, it's just a dusting here, but it was coming down pretty darn good. And according to the car, it is still 32 degrees. But, like... And the roads did start to get kind of crappy. Just a little bit. And it took took a bit for them to get the plows out, so obviously the drive back to work was a little slow. So I'm like, well, I can always make up those last few minutes. Because I had stuff to put away on my cart anyway, because it got a little bit that type of crazy. I had like our brand English muffins, which are like super duper cheap, but they're also infinitely smaller than like the Thomas ones. I had to put use-bys on them to put them out. So that worked out before I handed the printer off to the other girl that was doing it for the evening. She didn't even know that I did that, and I was like, yeah, I always try to put them out, like either that or the bagels, because of how quick they sell it, or Hawaiian rolls. And yeah, I know people do eat Hawaiian rolls, you know, daily, not just for like holidays. And speaking of that, I know there's multiple brands that do Hawaiian rolls. Now, one of the brands that we have a lot of different bread products for that come in frozen, and then we have to put use-bys on them once we pull them out, is Lewis. And I've never tried any of their stuff, but they do also have Hawaiian burger buns, and they also have like kind of half loaves of bread, I guess. They're not like full. And some crazy person ordered an entire box of the burger buns, which eight packs come in the box. So I'm like, well, that's good. I don't even have to open the freaking box. And even though we normally would have to put the use-bys, I'm like, I'm not freaking doing it, because hopefully they'll know it comes in frozen, because I think most of the stuff that does come in frozen, it'll have written on the box, keep frozen until ready to put on the shelf or whatever. So then, I mean, if they're planning a big ass party, they'll know that, you know, it'd be good for a few days regardless. So they can always, as soon as they get it, can chuck it right in the freezer and keep it until the day before. Like, it could be for Super Bowl, who knows. And it makes me hate Hawaiian rolls even more, because I had to go in the fucking bakery freezer and get all of them. But not only did they order the burger buns, which was literally all we had of those, but they ordered 10 of these half loaves of Hawaiian bread as well. So those come 6 to a box, so I had to like pick out 2 boxes and then pull 4 from the other box and then give them the whole box of 6. And I'm just like, and then the other 2 had to get use-bys and put on the shelf. So it was just like, this person buying all this nasty Hawaiian bread. Blech. I don't know why I gag at it. My stomach, it's almost like because I even tried the pretzel bites, the Hawaiian pretzel bites, because they marked them down once. They're way too fucking expensive. But yeah, it's obviously the King's Hawaiian. But I tried the pretzel bites once, and my stomach just said, no, this is poison. You need to spit this shit back out. Like, it was gross. Like my stomach just won't do it. My stomach will not eat them. I had to douse them in Cheez Whiz to actually stomach them. That is the only way I could eat them. I have to literally fucking coat them in something so that I do not taste the sweetness of the Hawaiian rolls. I don't know why. My stomach just does that. Like, I was thinking to myself too, like, I don't know why my stomach does that at those. So, if that was the only food item left on Earth, and I had nothing to coat it with, I would probably just die of starvation, because I cannot do it. I gag. Like, it's just so weird, but that's how my stomach is. It says, nope, this is poison to your body. You can't eat this. Just like some people are with liver. Some people cannot eat liver. And I get it. It is a weird item. Like, it is a weird food item. I love liver. I will eat liver and onions. Oh my god, it's amazing. Especially if done by the right place. And I've made it myself and it came out good. Didn't come out as good as the family restaurant that I had it at in the past, but I mean, doing it yourself isn't hard. And it came out fine. But literally not everybody can do liver. Like, there's just some things that make people gag and they can't eat it. And sometimes it's a texture thing, sometimes it's a taste thing, sometimes it's both. Cottage cheese is both. I've seen baby barf that doesn't look like it, not happening ever. And the sourness, yeah, no. And I'm usually not one to be picky at all, really. Even for texture, because it's like, I like tapioca pudding, and that's a weird texture. Some people can't do that because of the texture. But I have no issues with that, or rice pudding. I actually like rice pudding. Rice pudding's good. For some weird reason, I like it. Shit. I was thinking about getting a key lime pie, and I forgot about it. Oh. On my way out. I could always go to the other store tomorrow morning and get one if I'm really desperate, because, oh, it sounds so fucking good right now. And it's funny how the Walmart one's better than any of the others. It's like, it's cheaper, but that Marie Callender one sucks. I do not, the graininess, it's like, no. It's supposed to be smooth. Ew, why is it grainy? I could barely eat that. Like, that was another texture issue. Like, ugh. But, I mean, aside from that, like, today really just, it was crazy, but, like, not holiday crazy, thank God. It's like, yeah, I had this nice, peaceful lull in orders and everything, and then, boom, weekend hits, bam, blows up. Alright. It's all good. At least I don't have to work tomorrow. Now I had to, normally when I buy stuff at a store, I use self-checkout, only because I like to bag my own stuff. But today I made an exception because my boyfriend decided he wanted football cards. Because even he said that Pokemon cards just aren't as good or as fun as they used to be, and it's true. They're not even just really worth it anymore. I don't know how people make money making videos of it, but whatever. He's like, I want to collect some kind of card. Might as well be football, right? So, he gave me his card. I grabbed a binder, sheets for the cards, because I was like, do you want it in a box with the plastic covers or in a binder? Like, we always put our Pokemon cards in binders. It's a lot easier to look at them that way. Whereas if they're in a box and the little plastic protectors, you have to pull like a handful out to look through them. I'd rather have a sheet and flip a sheet. And then get a sturdy binder, like a little bit more sturdy than a standard, that'll support the weight of them, depending on how many you're going to collect. So he's like, yeah, just get a binder, get the sheets. And then I had going in, because I always get there a little bit early, I went to that register where they keep them, which is basically the same register where the cigarettes were, and took pictures of all the different ones and let him look through it on the drive home on his lunch so he could pick which one he wanted. And then when I went through that line, I said, it's one of the older ladies who's been with the company for over 30 years. She's actually 80 years old, and I told her, I was like, you do not look it at all. You look amazing for your age. She knows I work there, but I think she kind of forgot a little, and I had to remind her, yeah, I'm OPD. But we were just, talking, and because one thing about Walmart, they can be very stingy. And one thing she keeps telling them is they need to replace some of the card readers because they're extremely sensitive, and it'll tell you card error like a couple times, and then the third time it'll finally take it. And hers was one of those. And she's like, yeah, Walmart is stingy, but I didn't say that. I'm like, oh, trust me. I know. I was like, the deli has the same friggin' issue with their scale. They need a new scale because it doesn't print shit out the way it's supposed to. But they're too stingy to buy them a brand new scale. Like the ink or whatever, however it prints, like sometimes doesn't come out right. And you have to, and she had to like type the numbers in for the cheese, which was like really annoying. I'm like, they do need to start replacing stuff, because I mean, this store's a lot older than the one I had. I don't know how old all the equipment is. Now, I know next year we are getting replacements for some things, I just don't know how much. Because we're overdue for a remodel. So we are getting remodeled on some stuff. It's just a matter of what. But yeah, it's kind of funny when you actually get a chance to talk to fellow associates and y'all realize how much shit you can relate to when you have a full-on conversation. Especially when you have been with a company 20 to 30 plus years. She said she started in 1995. And I'm like, damn, I was still in school. I was like, woo, I was still in school. I graduated in 2000. They didn't even have a Walmart near me. The closest one was this one up here, and we just didn't bother. We went to Ames for clothing and backpacks and school supplies. And for groceries, we had a Super Fresh and an Acme. And then we went to Ferguson and Hassler in Corryville, PA, which was in the complete opposite direction. But sometimes we went to Acme, sometimes we went to Super Fresh. Well, my grandmother, when she moved in with us, always shopped at Super Fresh. And it is not Super Fresh anymore, obviously. I don't even know if that company still exists. It is now Redner's, which is a nice store. Like, you can get certain things in there that you can't get anywhere else. Oh god, this car behind me has a half of a skeleton stuck to their freaking front grill. It's cool as shit. Like, somebody likes Halloween stuff. I'm like, that sounds like something my one friend at work would do. She's obsessed with Halloween. She's like, I'll leave some of my shit up all year round. I'm like, yeah, the shit I made. My little skeleton and teddy bear lamp, it's in my bathroom downstairs. I was like, I have no heart to put this away, especially because I don't want it to get messed up in the box. Not saying it will, but like I'm leaving it out because it's just too cool not to. And I didn't even put my Barbie stuff away. It's on my shelves, but down at the bottom where y'all can't see them. Cause it's one of those things where like, if I put them away in a tub, I would have to be very, very careful. And the fact that I do need to clean more of the basement, I don't want that stuff, because I really don't even have a whole lot of room in that closet under the stairs to put all my decorations. Like, it literally does not all fit in there. So I'm gonna have to, once I get the basement cleaned out, I'm gonna have to figure out another method to storing all that stuff. Ugh. The fact that we had all that snow. Roads are wet and dirty, splashing dirty salt all up on the car, and just like, ugh, I hate that. It's like, it wasn't even that much, but it's still annoying. Oh, it is warmer now. I didn't even turn the freaking heat on in here. It wasn't too bad because the sun finally came out and hit it. Plus, I'm in a sweatshirt, so it's like, I was almost getting too hot in the building anyway, so it kind of feels good. It's 36 degrees now, so shit's gonna melt. And there ain't really much to do anything with. I could probably make a snowball or two. Hey, maybe I should. Just in case we don't get any more snow, I'm gonna make a snowball and stick it in the freezer and see how long it lasts. Stick it all the way in the bottom where it's gonna be the coldest. Underneath, we have some frozen vegetables in there. Stick them in underneath all that shit. Damn, I still have friggin' frozen jars of Alfredo sauce Mom made. I forgot about those. I should dig those out and just start using them. And I have pasta. Plenty of pasta to put it in. I just keep forgetting that it's freaking there. Squirrel, don't you fucking dare. I don't want to hit you. I was about ready to run out the road. You stupid little bugger. I've already hit fucking raccoon before, and I felt like shit. And I think I've hit a bunny once too, and felt like shit. Like, I don't want to hit any more animals. And it's like every time an animal goes running across the road, I think of the freaking scene from Watership Down. Where they're going across the road. It's like, it won't take any notice of you at all. And then it almost hits him. Just like, he's like, you dumb rabbit. It's like, just fucking go across. It's like, usually you can hear him coming. Well, I would think an animal with more sensitive hearing, especially like a rabbit, would be able to hear it. Or maybe even feel the vibrations in the road with their paws. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there's something I got in the mail. My customizable rubber duckies. So, we're gonna have some fun with those. Anyway, if I have more to talk about later, there will be more to this vlog. So, see y'all.